That shit my chat and everything popping up good. All right. I think I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start by going over this game. To be honest, bad as I want to watch some highlights, I'm not gonna be able to watch the highlights because we done established that because YouTube is not gonna let me. YouTube is not gonna let me watch highlights or whatever. But anywho, I'm trying to see if I can pull this up. Okay, yeah. Hello. I'm trying to share it anyway. Mm. All right, this game right here. Um, I was highly impressed by Phoenix. Highly impressed by Phoenix, but highly disappointed in New York. I thought they would come out with little more want to and a little more energy last night. Um, I watched this. I watched this game. Hold on, let me turn the music down a little bit. I might just need to turn it down on my end. If the music get too loud on y'all side, let me know. But I'm gonna turn it down for me a little bit anyway. Um, it's not letting me pull it up. Oh, cause it's up and down here. Fuck. All right, that's good. Um, but yeah, I thought New York would come out with a little more energy. I guess the I guess the shortcomings of Sandy being a coach is actually showing up right now because they came out very flat and they played at home, which is another disappointing aspect of the game. New York played at home, they got beat by 26. Like this, that wasn't a good look for them, not at all. And I saw Stewie. She was trying to play through it. She was trying to play through her injury, but it ain't looking good. She don't look 100% at all. She played 20 minutes, scored 6 points. This is just not looking good for them right now. And Jonquil didn't score double digits again. She got double digit rebounds, but she had another game where she didn't score double digits. She only hit one three. She attempted three. She only hit one of them. Went 3 for 9 from the field. With her being as big as she is, I feel like she ought to take advantage of her size and try to score inside a little bit more. But maybe that's just not her game. I feel like they shoot. I feel like they shot too many threes too. While I feel like they're a bigger team in some spaces, they a bigger team than Phoenix. I don't think they taking advantage of that. Um, Sabale played a lot better. I will say that though. Um, Sabale played a lot better for Phoenix, so maybe that's all Phoenix needed was for her to show up. Um, they only got two from Phoebe. She didn't make any. She only made two free throws. Sabrina had another rough game. I don't know if we'll see a good playoff game for Sabrina going forward because I'm just not seeing it. I don't know if she's just not healthy or just not having good games right now. And she went 3 for 13. Um, and she missed four free throws too. I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't know. There's something going on with her. She went 1 or 8 from three. Natasha only scored eight, scoring 20 something after scoring. I think she scored what 20 something the first game. So Emma scored 11. Emma was a higher scorer. That's nasty. Rebecca, she got some minutes. She only scored three. Kennedy, they may have to play Kennedy more. I don't know. They might have to play Isabel more. I don't know. They got somebody got to step up. Somebody got to step up for Stewie because I don't think Stewie 100%. And one of these other starters got to step up too. Really, both of them need to step up. But I don't know what they're gonna look like in Phoenix. I mean, they handled Phoenix fairly well. They handled Phoenix fairly well in the first game. Um, they put in good minutes from the starters. So I don't. I mean, I expected them to play better at home though. They just won a good performance. For New York. So like I said, Sablé played. She played a lot better this game. Um, she added some steals. She had played some good defense last night. rebounds. She shot decent. Lissa Thomas, she played pretty good. Yeah, 15, 6 and 7. Won the triple double, won the double double, but it got the job done. I mean, they pretty much called the dogs off in the second half. Her numbers could have got a lot more crazy. But she was really getting whatever she wanted last night. She really didn't have no trouble getting any looks or anything she wanted. New York just came out flat. I didn't see any resistance too much on defense. Um, Kalia Copper, she had an efficient night, 50, 55 from the field. That's a good night from her. Hit 4 free throws. They made all their free throws. The one to miss one, but the main people made all their free throws. So that was good. They rebounded well. They played defense. They had good points off the bench. Go to the summary. Yeah, points in the paint. They killed them on points in the paint. Dominated with like 16 points. Um, I mean, they played a good first quarter. The second quarter, that's where the wheels came off, and they didn't score over 13 points in the quarter. The rest of the game, like the overall offensive production from New York, it just wasn't there. The biggest lead got up to like 31 points at one point, and I feel like at that point, New York, they just gave up after that. They had 5 turnovers, 15 turnovers, 25 points off turnovers. Just a very very uncharacteristic game from New York last night. Hopefully they wake up, because if they don't wake up in Phoenix, it may be the same result again, and Phoenix will end up advancing. I feel like New York was the better team going into the series, but with Stewie being hurt, it don't appear that way no more. Um, Phoenix might go ahead and take care of him, get him out of there. Um, go back to the box score. But yeah, the Phoenix got good minutes. I mean, other than Sammy, I don't know when Sammy gonna wake up, or if she gonna ever wake up. But if she do wake up, either next game or next round, that's when Phoenix is real dangerous. If she is hitting shots, if she is hitting threes, like she was known to doing the regular season, and the one to keep playing consistent, she keep adding double digit points. They're gonna be tough to beat. I don't think they the most team in the playoffs, but they got some players that can show up and make it scary for anybody. So I do like that about them. Um, but yeah, the way New York came out last night, I think Phoenix will beat them. I think Phoenix will beat them tomorrow. Um, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully on New York side, if they veterans show up, the ones that done been there before, the ones that done been in the playoffs multiple times, and they know what's going on, and done won championships. If they can get them to show up, and they can get maybe 80% out of Stewie instead of 60 or 50, they making get to the next round. But they definitely need more from John Quill and more from some Brittany. If they don't get more from them, they not beating them. It don't matter. It don't matter if she score 20 and she score 20. If them two don't show up, it's curtains for them. They had to get somebody off the bench to score 20 for that to happen. But we'll go to the next game. Shout out to injuries. They ain't got her shoe ain't even up here. The signature shoe. We'll go to this one. This probably in my opinion, this has been the best playoff game so far this year. Out of all the series, because Golden State started and all. They had their foot on the gas heavy. Like they came out the gates rolling the crowd, and they once again they didn't get to play at their home arena. They had to play somewhere in St. Jose, the SAP Center it says right here. But they basically redecorated the court and made it feel like they was at Golden State. And the crowd traveled. I think they were like 50 miles away. They were 50 miles away from their home court, but the fans still traveled. It sounded like March Madness, and it sounded like every other Golden State game had this year. Very loud, energetic, electric. Pretty much anything Golden State wanted, the fans gave it to them last night. They said they came out the gate scoring 27 in the first quarter, and the Lynx they hung with them a little bit in the first quarter. Then Golden State got on a little mini run. Then they locked them up in the second quarter. Uh, but Minnesota, they weathered the storm. Weathered the storm. They didn't give up. They didn't quit. And this is what having a good coach and veteran that done been there before and have done it before. Um, Having experience like that when you got people like Nafisa, you got people like Courtney Williams that done hit big shots time and time again in her career. Like granted, she didn't have the best stat line last night, but that clutch shot she hit last night to pretty much seal the game or put them up by like 3. That was a big shot. That was a big shot. And she's done that before. She's hit game winners. She's hit shots to put games away. And they second half defense. Second half defense or fourth quarter defense, I should say, was some of the best defense I've seen all year out of anybody. They had Dejanay out there. They was moving their feet, trapping them. You see, they held them to 11 points in the fourth quarter. Like it was just a master class of defense when they needed it too, because they were still down at the time. They scored 26 points in the fourth just to win that game by 1 point. Like they was down 17. They were down 17, like right in here somewhere, and they just said, "No, we're not going out. We're not going out like that." So very huge credit to I'm going blank. Cheryl for keeping her team in the game, keeping the head on straight, not letting anybody get too emotional, lose they focus, kept them locked in, head down. And Minnesota having a game like this, like right before it get like towards the end in the semifinals and the finals and all that, them having a game like this puts me in the mind frame that they ready to go back to the finals. I don't think nobody else has played other than probably like their Aces and Storm game. Other than that one, there's those two have been like probably like the best games of the playoffs so far. I'm still putting this one first. Because Golden State, even though they didn't win, they gave a hell of a punch to start the game off. And they tried to maintain the business as best as they could, but and then in the fourth quarter you see what Golden State is actually lacking. You see them missing their veteran presence, like their veteran star. They probably maybe if they had Kayla Thornton last, did the stream go out? Or did it just pause? I don't know if it froze or what. But I think it's good. But anyway, yeah, Veronica Burton, she came out played really really good last night on the first half. I think she ended up hitting like 3. I think she hit 3 or 4 3-pointers last night, but she hit some big shots, kept them afloat. Let's look at the box score. Salon added 14. Added 14. I think her name's Cecilia or Xanda Delancey. I heard them say her name last night, but I can't remember how they said it. But I don't want to mispronounce. But I think her first name's Cecilia, though. I think that's her first name, or Cecily. Either way, she had a good second half. She had a quiet first half, but she woke up a little bit in the second half. Rupert, she hit some big threes. I think she hit them in the second half. She hit some big threes. Charles added 5. Veronica, she didn't shoot really really good in the second half. I think that's where the pressure of Minnesota really got to her in the second half. But she stayed. She had 13 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. So it was pretty much right around her averages. It just wasn't as efficient as she would like it to be. But she hit 3 3-pointers though. Monique played a really really good game last night. She probably one of the underrated performances last night. But she did play good. I expected Kate Martin to shine a little bit more. She only played like 6 minutes, but maybe she got some liability to her game, maybe on the defensive end. with with Minnesota having so many prolific scorers or people that can get their own shot and attack people and go downhill on them um or what have you. But maybe she's just lacking in that department. But she did score 5. Bridget Carlton, I want to highlight Bridget Carlton. She made some really really big shots. I know that the game was probably still in the double digit reach, but she made some really really big threes last night. Some really big threes. She ended up hitting 4 for the game, and them all her 12 points. But them times where it was on the cusp of going back up to 20 points, she was like, nah, and she just kept hitting threes. Um, but yeah, big shout out to Nafisa though. She played 38 minutes. 38 minutes, bro. 30, maybe a minute and like 30 seconds of rest in halftime. That's the only risk she had. That's the only risk she had all night playing 38 minutes. A big game from her. Um, Very uncharacteristic of her to miss that many free throws. I usually don't see her missing more than 1 or 2 if she misses any. But other than that, she put in 24. She went 10 to 16 from the field. A ridiculous shooting night. She only made 1 3, but her shot she made around the bucket and in the paint was there's some of the toughest shots that done been made this year. You see them catch them. She got people in her face and multiple people around her. She falling off balance, fadeaways, just all kind of ways to score, and she getting the ball in the hole. But yeah, that was a very very good game from the FISA. Lena Smith, while she had a quiet game offensively, her defensive presence was definitely felt. So I'm definitely definitely seeing what the defensive player in the year kicks in. Um, but yeah, she played really really good defense. Slowed down Golden State. Slowed down Golden State in the second half. Kayla McBride, she has to have a good game for them to do well. And she hit some big shots. She didn't hit a lot of threes, but she did score everywhere else, which was important. But yeah, she also played 38 minutes. So when you got people like that, that's really like the true veterans on your team, the leaders. Um, they playing large minutes and they bringing points with them and defense. That's something to be happy about if you Minnesota. Courtney Williams, she almost got to 30 minutes. Like I said, not a loud game offensively. But she chipped in assists. Wasn't too much of a liability on defense. Started locking up in the first half. I mean, in the second half, I feel like Veronica was getting the best of her in the first half, but she locked in the second half, and once again she hit that clutch shot. She added 7 assists, which is a big number of assists for her. But she at the second half, like I said, all of them in the second half played really really good, which they needed to because they was down by 17. I think they was down 20 at one point in the second half, and they got it. And then they ended up getting it to 17 once they got deep into the game. But they surged all the way back, and it took a group effort. It wasn't just one person. So, good performance by them. Jessica Shepard, she didn't score, but she did rebound. She played some decent defense too. I saw her in the paint. She had some good defensive possessions. Natisha Heidemann, quiet game offensively, but once again, she got 7 assists. She made some nice inbound passes. Found a couple shooters on the perimeter. Got them some good looks. There's basically once if your shot ain't falling, find other ways to have your imprint on the game. And she went into the assist. She went into the assist bag last night. Helped the team out. Dejanay, this is probably one of the X factors for them last night. When they started playing their defense on them in the second half, Dejanay Carrington was everywhere. She was everywhere. She was guarding everybody. She went backing down from no matchups, no nothing. I want to put her as one of the key pieces they won. I want to say Bridget, Dejanay, and Nafisa. Them were the main characters last night. I know Dejanay only played 14 minutes, but that was a huge 14 minutes. Without them 14 minutes, I don't think they win that game. Especially if it's a 1-point game. Like I don't think they forced Golden State to like three I won't say 3 shot clock violations in the second half, and DJ Carrington was in the game on every single one of them. So yeah, the defense definitely matter. That's what they got her for though. That's what they got her for, and she's fulfilling that role to best of her abilities right now. But yeah, really impressed by Minnesota for weathering that storm. Because Valkyrie gave them all they got in their first half. They gave them all they could in their first half. Um, so it's very impressed by them. Once again, shout out to Golden State. I'm and thoroughly impressed with their season. Shout out to Natalie Nakase. She had a very tall task coaching this team that don't have that much star power, but she got them to come out and play. She got them to come out and play hard every night, even when they had a bunch of injuries. Because I feel like every team had a lot of injuries this year. Some more than others. I say that. Um, but they had injuries on top of being deprived of talent, and they still showed up and they played hard every night. So and I think they were probably more active in the waiver wires than anybody else this season, or just as active. And they still made it to the playoffs. So they got pieces, figured them out, and they made them work. But I definitely see Golden State going back in the playoffs again next year. Whatever the additions they make post CBA, probably more than likely shouldn't be nothing but a positive. How much of this team they got right now they'll keep, I'm unsure of. I'm not even sure who they'll acquire at this point. I'm pretty sure Veronica Burton probably gonna be a staple. I don't think they're gonna let her go nowhere. I think she's a staple. Um, gotta see how Kayla Thornton looks when she comes back from injury. Um, they may keep Mo. Um, try to keep her maybe and Salon, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't really can't say how much of this team they keep though. But I feel like anybody else they get in here is going they're gonna embrace open arms. I feel like they're gonna love the home crowd. They're gonna love the coach. Watching Natalie's presser last night, I can really tell that she pours into her players and she gets the same in return. That's why you get the energy that you get from the Valkyries night in night out on the floor, because you can tell that coach really pushes them and cares about them. So you can see the impact on the team instantly. I feel like if I'm a vet looking for a new team, I wouldn't look no further than here. Um, especially with the atmosphere, the games they got. Like who wouldn't want to play in the atmosphere like that? Um, but yeah, that's all I got on there. That's all I got on that game. But yeah, once again, shout out Golden State. I hate to see them lead the playoffs. I really do. I really do, because I really like their team. I like the energy, like the coach, like the atmosphere. It really felt like I was watching like a college March Madness game last night, and I was like tuned in while we closing up for work, and I just couldn't take my eyes off the screen, because it was really live, especially when Minnesota started coming back. Like it wasn't nobody shying away. Wasn't nobody shying away from the moment. It just the better team. The better team just came back and won. At the end of the day, that's all it is. All you can do, tip your hat and retool and come back next year. That's all you can do. The predictions for the games tonight. Let me see. Indiana, and Atlanta. Indiana has to go to Atlanta tonight for the tiebreaker. So hopefully on Atlanta's part, that they show up tonight, because I feel like the energy got drained out of them last game, and they just didn't want to put up a fight at that point. Um, so hopefully with the home crowd, I'm pretty sure it'll be loud, because Atlanta is gonna turn up. They not Golden State loud, but they will get loud. So hopefully they'll wake up and play hard tonight. I want to give Atlanta the nod tonight, just because they playing at home. Now, if Indiana was playing at home again, I'd say Indiana win. But hopefully, hopefully Atlanta's home crowd is invested enough, and the team come out with enough energy, and Carl being the coach of the year candidate that he is, hopefully he can galvanize his team and get them to show up and play hard tonight. They need game. They need good games from Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard. Both of them two got to play good. They got to play good. I don't think if either one of them has an off night and Indiana has a random role player go off or somebody that showed up last game end up showing up tonight, like Area Powers or something like that, like they may be in some trouble. But I also feel like Bree Jones got to win her matchup tonight. I know Aaliyah Boston got the best of her last night, not the last game, but I feel like Bree Jones, like she ain't got to go score 20, but she at least got to give like 12 and 8, 15 and 8, maybe something like that. She got to win. She got to win the matchup tonight. Try to hold Aaliyah Boston. Try to hold Aaliyah Boston a little bit because Kelsey gonna get hers. I feel like Kelsey is the only problem only person they ain't got to answer for. But they can't do something. They can't do something about Aaliyah Boston because they did something about it in the first game. So, but yeah, I give Atlanta the nod tonight. That's who I'm going with. That's my guess. Now Indiana on the flip side, Indiana they do have people that can get hot. They got some shooters. They got some shooters that can get hot when you ain't expecting them to get hot. Um, like you say, like Lexi Hull, like I don't think she hasn't had a breakout game in the playoffs yet. Natasha Howell, she ain't had a breakout game in the playoffs yet. Um, this is an old game. I thought I was looking at the last game they played. Where's the date at? Here you go. Yeah, this is the game they won last in Indiana. Yeah, even still, she only had 7 points here. Now Lexi Hull turned around and she ended up having like a 15, 14 point game. Natasha have 15, 14. Like it may be some trouble for them. And the Leah she had with 14, she had like 15 and she only had 5 rebounds, but she had 15 points. So yeah, Bree Jones got to hold her to around probably less than 12. If she holds her to around less than 12, I call that a win for Bree Jones. Um, Once again, Kelsey had around 20. Odyssey Sims, she only had 5 last game. If she can show up and maybe score 10 or 12 that she shouldn't have. Area Powers, I think she was like more of a momentum player. She didn't do much on the stat sheet, but she was a momentum player. Got the crowd into it. Added a lot of momentum. Timpkins, she had a 9. I think it was like towards the end of the game though. Once it was already over with, they playing a lot of Shea Petty minutes. I feel like Atlanta they got to get the best of her. Cause I really don't know what they use her for. I don't think so. She made 1 3. I guess they use her for like a 3-point shooter. They had Bree Turner in there for 20 minutes. Like they playing people that shouldn't even be on the floor with Atlanta. So yeah, I give Atlanta the nod tonight. Uh, but if they let Kelsey Mitchell have a 25 plus and Natasha or Leah or Lexi, they end up eclipsing 15 points, it might get a little scary for them. But and I think Pow should play a little more too. Um, I would like to see BG be more of a defensive presence when she is in a game. I don't know how much she gonna get to play, but when she is in the game, she got to move. She got to move a little more fluid on defense. She look a little. I know she's old. That's not what I'm getting at. I know she old, but she gotta look a little more fluid on defense. Jordan Canada, I don't know how much they're gonna play her. They may fluctuate their minutes a little bit. Jordan Canada and Pow minutes may fluctuate a little bit. So they may play more Pow, less Jordan, unless Jordan is really making the best of her minutes. I assume that Carl will leave her in there. But if she come out struggling like she did this game, he may play Pow more because Pow is way more efficient. Um, and they also need a good Nas Hillman game. Like they need a pretty much a double from Nas Hillman tonight. She's been close. Uh, she's been close. Let me see. Did she have a double the first game they won? Let's see. They had a double. If she had a double the first game. If not, she was close. Let's see. No, yeah, she was close. Yeah, 16-9. Yeah, so they need about another game like this from Nas Hillman tonight, and they need to stay out of foul trouble. They need to stay out of foul trouble because she had 5 and she had 5. Like they on the cusp of fouling out. Um, I think if they can avoid them fouls early now, I know how the whistle is in Indiana, but they was playing at home and they had ended up with 5 fouls, so they really got to watch their foul trouble. Um, long as one of them two don't get in foul trouble, I feel like they'll handle it. They get their numbers, averages, like they should, and Atlanta should win tonight. Um, that's my thoughts on that game. This game right here, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. I want to give the Aces the nod. I want to give the Aces the nod just because they just 'cause they came out and just built it on the first game. And they got the veterans, they got the veteran leaders on the team, they got the experience. I give them that nod over the Storm, and they got people that been there, and they got Asia Wilson. So I think there's four reasons to go with the Aces tonight. And they also with who playing at home? Yeah, the Aces playing at home. So they playing at home. So yeah, I'm leaning Aces. But the Storm showed me some. They showed me some fight last game. I wasn't expecting them to, but they showed some fight. But Skylar Diggins had a ridiculous game. She had 26 points. If you're a Aces player, that can't happen. You can't let Skylar get 26 because Nicka gonna get. She gonna be around 20 anyway. That's her game. She gonna get hers. You can't let Skylar get north of 15. You let her get north of 15. That's when you getting scared territory right there. So they limit Skylar. Erica Wheeler, she had a good game last game. She hit some threes, hit some big threes. Dominique Belonga, this is the X factor for them right there. If she have another good game, and you have another fourth quarter where Asia Wilson just she's either not involved or she disappears, and it might get scary. I don't think that's gonna happen when they playing at home. Knowing and watching Asia play, she's not trying to lose tonight. She's not trying to lose tonight. So I think Dominique she'll have a decent game, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. I got Asia going for like pretty much 30 tonight. I got Asia going for 30 tonight. So by any means necessary. Um, but yeah, I just think they got I just think Las Vegas got way more offense than what they got. And Brittany's not giving Seattle near enough. I don't know if she don't want to be there. I don't know if the fit is wrong. I don't know if she don't want to step on nobody's toes. But it's like the Brittany sites I saw in Washington, the Brittany sites I'm seeing now is like two different players. Like it's not even close. Um, but yeah, they definitely gonna need 12, at least 12 tonight from Brittany if they got a chance to win. I don't think they win tonight without her doing something offensively. Um, Other than that, that's my thoughts I got. Um, and they play tomorrow. This game is tomorrow, and these two are tonight. So my predictions, I got Atlanta winning tonight, and I got Las Vegas winning tonight. Um, that's it. That's it for this video. I'll leave it up. Leave it up. Long as I shouldn't get no copyright strikes or anything like that because I'm not watching no highlights. I'm not watching no videos. I may try to develop my playback account so I can actually like go and rewatch some stuff because I want to watch like stuff that like happened in the game, and I want to say why that part happened or what what happened at this particular moment to turn the tide of a game or make the game balloon to where it happened or whatever. But I would like to watch some highlights or some kind of film of the game after watching the game so I can talk about the game a little better or paint a better picture of what happened. Um, but yeah, I may try to get my playback account together. Once again, if y'all new here or new to the channel, drop a sub. I'm trying to continue to be consistent. But when I recap games, this is probably the way I'm gonna do it right here. I'm just gonna pop up the box score and I'm just gonna talk about it. I'm pretty much watching all of these games, so I have some input on the game when it's over with. So I'm gonna watch the games to the fullest of my ability. I'm off work tonight, so I can actually like pay attention and watch the games tonight. And I'll drop y'all a good recap tomorrow. But other than that, yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video, and have a good rest of y'all day.